Random. This is my bad, and I like it.
Listen, you've been holding my cock longer than, like, I've been holding your cock.
What? Ever since I started this band, you've been holding my cock. You stole that line from me, you bastard.
Wait, hold on. I have horrible news.
What?
I'm pregnant, and it's not yours.
Oh my god! What did I walk into?
The Walk Into the Comfy Couch podcast.
Oh,
bitches.
Ah.
I'm Sugar Shane, or that Shane guy, or just Shane.
I thought you were a pimp, but okay.
No. Sugar Shane was this name I had in middle school. It was like, I guess it's my rap name. No, I was a good little boy. I was too white to be a pimp. I knew better.
I'm CatBit.
Hey,
I'm the
pimps ain't wise. They have wise words such as "don't respect the daddy" or "you get the handy."
No.
Okay, I'm CatBit. I'm sorry, like, we had a little interruption, but like, I'm CatBit. I'm the Latino boy who also loves to chomp on pizza, and for some reason, people classify me as a furry for my name alone. There was.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Please
What?
stop.
Just because I like Sonic doesn't mean I'm a furry, right?
Well, I mean,
yeah, you jack off to Sly Cooper, but hey, you're not a furry, bro. You chill.
I ain't no furry, but Sly Cooper does have a fine ass.
Oh boy.
So that was Austin. Introduce yourself.
Frenchman. I am here to steal all of your waifus and then give you really bad copies of video games from the 90s. Oh yeah, Random, I'm giving you Shaq Fu right here.
You.
And,
Shit, thank you.
CatBit, you're getting Vector Man.
Well, you gotta give me.
Aw, man, you could have get.
Good, I kinda like it. I like the way it looks.
Fuck!
Oh, what the hell? It's all yellow and shitty yellow? You bastard, you didn't even clean the plastic, you piece of shit.
It's not even Super Mario World. How dare you?
Worse. It's the point and click Superman game.
Oh no!
Come on,
Shit.
Superman on Commodore 64. Yeah, right? The Commodore 64. It was a really good home family computer. So how can you fuck that up?
Taxes.
At least I didn't get screwed over this time. At least Vector Man was a good game, though. Sonic 3 and Knuckles would have been better, Austin.
Toe Jam and Earl was where it's at.
Get your buckles because here comes Knuckles.
Knucks.
Wait, Captain, did I introduce myself?
Introduce yourself, Random.
I'm Random, and this is a great way of spending my lunch break.
Yeah.
He's at work right now. It's okay.
When I mentioned yellow plastic, you guys have a Super Nintendo?
Yes, I do. That was my first console.
Nice. Has it ever went to yellow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. You ever try to clean it up, or you're just like, eh?
Well, if it's okay to say, like, currently the oldest system I own in my possession is, like, a PlayStation 2 from, like, Rayman Arena, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper 1 and 2, and, Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, and Spyro or Dragonfly. I don't know, like,
Oh man, Wrath of Cortex. I heard that game was really ass.
Really?
It's... it's average. To be honest, like, Crash 3 Warp is better, but that's not saying much because it's essentially just the PS1 version of Wrath of Cortex.
Yeah. I don't like the way the models look in that game. Like, everyone looks worse than their one models, which is very embarrassing.
Oh, yeah. It's like, this is next-gen people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what I love about Crash is, like, the way they're animated. They look very well animated in the PS1 games. But in Wrath of Cortex, they look like dead corpses and they never blink and they look disgusting. And Cortex looks like garbage. Show what it looks like. What the hell is this?
To be honest, like, Entropy looks a lot worse.
Oh yeah, he does. Like, his mouth, like, they goofed up on the mouth. Also, why did they stop doing that thing where they got rid of that robot filter? I like that.
I don't know. It's like, I mean, at least, like, they brought back the robot filter for Engine in the remake. But
yeah, but I like liked it better in 2 because it sounded more goofy and funny.
Anyway,
How do you expect to retrieve them if we don't have any urban operatives left?
What are the topics for tonight?
I've said a few when I was goofing around, but my favorite was favorite animation errors or least favorite animation errors, like ones that you remembered as a kid that really bothered you.
Let's see. What about F is for family, where sometimes their eyes don't blink properly?
They don't.
No. Or the classic G1 Transformers animation errors, where sometimes characters would stand perfectly still when another character, the same character actually, is walking right by them.
Oh boy.
Well, Austin, to be honest, a lot of the 80s cartoons have a lot of those animation errors. I mean...
Yeah, but it was animated in Japan, so, yeah.
I mean, it could be... The Super Mario Bros. Super Show was animated in Japan. What's that show's excuse?
Oh, dude. I have a funny Mario... That was my good one, is a Mario show. So when I was a kid, I loved that show, and I still do, even if it's stupid. But I remember the one that was based off of 3, which I like the most because I love 3. And in that era, so you guys know the desert land in World 2?
Yes, I do.
I haven't played that game,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You should, it's really fun. But in that level, or in that world, they have a sandcastle, which is similar to where I live. But in that scene, 2 Koopalings are like messing with some oil pipes. And Lemmy, I forgot what his name was in the show, because for some reason they changed the characters' names in the show.
Fucking America.
Yeah, exactly.
Though that's
I forgot what
Japan.
their were.
If he was in it, I knew Motorhead was cool, but I didn't think they'd get on Mario Bros. Cool.
Oh my god! But there's
I'm actually wearing a Motorhead shirt today.
Whoa! But there's a scene in the show where Whitney was talking to Lemmy, and for like a few seconds, well, not like 10 seconds. His face becomes purple when it's not supposed to be purple. And that really bothered me. I was like, why is his face purple?
Really?
And then there was the common one where it's like Mario and Luigi wore different colors. Like I remember in another episode that confused me was they were trapped in a birdcage. And for like a few seconds, Luigi wore red. And I was like, that's not right. What the hell's going on?
I mean... Can we say it's technically plausible? I mean, like, there's some unused files for Super Mario World where, like, it's a red, where Luigi has a red color palette. I'm gonna post that up on the screen right now, but it's like, yeah, this is a real thing.
Wait, oh, you mean like in Mario World where, like, whenever you play 2-player, Luigi's just Mario, but it's just green?
No, I'm actually gonna show this, it's actually kind of funny because this is actually an unused model for... I'm sorry, model... Sprite. This is what I meant.
Oh.
So what did you mean?
Red Luigi.
Red Luigi, also known as Blood Red Luigi.
I mean, it's still better than Green Mario. I never liked Green Mario, to be honest.
Why?
Just hate him because he's the young child. Why am I acting?
You know, Luigi's a good boy. He's always there for you.
I love Luigi so much. I love my good old squeegee.
If you hate Luigi, you're automatically a degenerate. I'm sorry.
To be honest,
I'm like that with like Yoshi too. Like if you hate Yoshi, who can hate him? He's so adorable.
yeah, you have to be like a monster to hate Yoshi.
Or Kirby.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. Oh dude, how dare you hate Kirby?
So wait, CatBit, you hate the way when Mario wears green?
Yes, that's what I meant by. It's like
I thought you were like I hated Luigi. I was like, okay, we can't be friends anymore. Sorry.
no, it's because like a lot of the Mario games they would just call Luigi Green Mario.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The RP.
Especially in Mario and Luigi, I was like, come on, we're doing that to poor Luigi.
Well, we're sorry, but Luigi isn't that special to us.
Fuck you, Toad. You piece of shit.
Well, I'm sorry, but Luigi didn't do anything special for us. He didn't save the princess or any of us from the castle, now did he?
Stop.
the fucking window.
But you know what he did save?
What?
Our hearts.
Said our lives for the Lord.
And at least
Oh,
Luigi,
yes.
and at least Luigi isn't a cardboard box personality-wise, like his brother.
His
I mean,
brother
they got-
is a abusive monster.
Oh, what are you, freaking
great,
mad,
that was
Peppy?
the-
The Mario, he has mental problems.
Mario has a crippling drug addiction.
You know, since we're
Yeah.
on the topic of Mario, I wanted to like give my thoughts on like this weird crossover that like 2 years ago people were against, but surprisingly was actually a good game.
Oh, yeah.
You guys remember when Rayman got his franchise destroyed by those stupid rabbits?
Yes, and I hate to say this, but I have a soft spot for those games because they're really fun, and I've actually played those games more than the actual ones. Like, 2, I like, but not all. I haven't played that much of it. 1, never played, don't really want to. 3, I haven't played, but I like to.
Dude,
Legends, I love.
Rayman, it's a great franchise. It's like 2 and Legends are the definitive Rayman games. It's like, if you haven't played 2, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah.
But like, anyway, like, I was bringing up the Rabbids and Mario because 2 years ago, people were against the idea of the Rabbids return with a crossover with the Mario franchise called Mario Plus Rabbids for the Nintendo Switch. I played
Yeah.
I got the game at a discount price of $25 last December. And
Mhm.
and from what I played, it was a really fun game.
Oh,
Occasionally there were some bullshit moments here and there, but it was surprisingly a great game. And okay, so how I say it, it's like, you guys know, okay, so like, you guys ever played XCOM?
Yes.
No.
Imagine that. Oh, okay. Fire Emblem. That's the best.
Oh, I definitely played Fire Emblem.
Oh, damn. Well,
People
imagine.
say the game's kind of like Worms.
Yeah. I'm saying that while I'm looking at like my Tharsha statue I have in my room.
Oh, nice. But it's like, yeah, this is a fun game. Like, for some reason, the rabbits are likable and not as obnoxious as their previous incarnations. And it's like, I don't know, I actually had some genuine good laughs here and there. And it's like, Grant Kirkhope, the guy who made some of the best music for Rareware, he somehow made a soundtrack on par to... I'm trying to remember the guy's name, but it's like... I'll probably look it up later. But like, Grant Kirkhope, his music was fan-fucking-tastic for that game. But it's like... I want to bring up a couple of problems. Like, for one thing, some of the enemy balances here and there kind of is BS, and it doesn't help but by the third world, which is, you know, in this game there are 4 worlds, but anyway, like, by the third world, like, the game just boosts up in difficulty just spikes up in difficulty for no reason, and, well, many times I have given up because of that alone. However, you know, I tried to finish the game yesterday, but I gave up because, you know, Bowser kept kicking my ass in that game, which is
Yeah.
a painful sentence to say.
I remembered when I saw that game, I was like, oh. I didn't get why it was like those series, but I was like, oh, okay, that'd be fun.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, knowing how much of a hard ass I am, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go back to the game and try to finish it. But like, honestly,
Here I remember.
I'll be right back.
But honestly, this is a great game. You need to play it. It's at a low price now for a reason. It's like, definitely you should go pick it up and play. It's a great game, and it's like, and from what I'm hearing, the Donkey Kong DLC is just as great as this one.
Nice.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
please follow the director. And please follow the director of this game. He is such a sweetheart from what I've spoken to occasionally on Twitter. Occasionally, go follow him. The guy's such a sweet guy, and I'm glad that he. And he actually liked some of the things I tweeted to him. Like, I kind of suggested to him, like, if he could somehow convince Nintendo to let him make other games based on their franchise. Like, I want to say this. Imagine, like, a Donkey Kong 64 remake from David Soliani's team and such. Like, I think he did a great job with this.
I really like Donkey Kong 64, so I would like to see something like that.
Yeah, like fix some of the problems DK64 had, like the ability, like how you had to travel back and forth just to switch characters and such. And it's like, yeah, just try to
with the barrel.
yeah, just like maybe just like remove the barrels and try to like how do you say, like switch characters to the select button or something. But it's like, yeah, I think like Donkey Kong 64 is like an easy fix, and I'm pretty sure that like Soliani can make a great game if he and his team are allowed to do it.
Hey, can I tell you a couple funny stories?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right. First is one with like the Mario and Rabbids game. I remember GameStop had a giant like cardboard cutout of like the Peach Rabbit, and I tried to steal it.
Why?
I don't know. I think the fucking Peach Rabbit is so funny to me.
What the hell did I miss? I had to put my dog up.
So I was telling about when I tried to steal the Peach Rabbit cardboard cutout at GameStop.
Rabbit Peach.
How that turn out?
I didn't get it, but I'm still cool with the people from GameStop.
Yeah.
All right. Also, second story. I had my best friend in the whole goddamn world, like in real life.
Yeah.
When he was younger, he accidentally deleted all of his brother's like save data on Donkey Kong 64.
Oh
no.
His brother had like the biggest fit just over fucking Donkey Kong 64. He just went up to him while he's doing his homework. He's like, bro. He's like, yeah. He's like, I accidentally deleted your save file. He's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me! And he starts throwing shit around, like getting all mad. He's like, fucking all the golden bananas are gone. All the crystal coconuts are gone.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, both DK64, from what I've heard, and Banjo-Tooie, they're really awful and stingy when it comes to collectibles. Banjo-Tooie, from what I...
It's very collectathon-y.
Yeah, but it's like, it's too... How I say, like, from what I see, and, like, this can apply to Tooie, since, like, they're sort of the same game, like, my biggest problem with Banjo-Tooie is that it's so open that there's so much empty space around. It's like...
Yeah, it's, like, too big. Thankfully, it's not like, Ukulele. Yeah, remember that game?
Yeah, but...
I don't.
But honestly, like, I don't know, like, maybe if Rare would try to make another Banjo game as open as Tooie, they should take some elements from what they did with, like, they should take elements from Mario Odyssey, if that makes any sense, because I think that
Nice.
Yeah.
because I think Mario Odyssey did the open worlds a lot better than Tooie, in my honest opinion.
I don't know, still, like, you would be really unhappy if you lost all that data from all those collectathon games.
Me too, like, especially because, like, since a game like Donkey Kong 64, where getting all that shit is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is.
We going back to animation errors because we didn't tell our favorites and our least favorites.
Well, with me, a lot of the shit was hilarious in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh boy, I know where this is going.
Because in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic would lose his mouth, he would get blue arms.
Don't call anybody!
I was gonna say the same thing.
Let me just continue painting your arms, Sonic.
Oh fuck! I forgot to have a fill-in layer. So, ooh.
Sir, please check.
I don't know why people get so offended by Sonic having blue arms. In my honest opinion, that's like the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, it is.
Truthfully, I wasn't big on the boom designs, but honestly, I kind of like them more than the actual design. And I'm gonna get crucified for saying that, but I like the way that boom works because they look very unique looking. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with like Boom. Boom is its own series. It's like a spin-off in a different universe. So just take it how it is.
Yeah, it's like sometimes...
Also, I like that Knuckles is buff. I used to not like it, but like it kind of grew. It kind of grew on me, really.
Oh, it grew, huh?
Knuckles
the only
was
thing in the Sonic Boom TV show that I don't like, sometimes the texturing can get a little too shiny for my taste.
I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
least
the
it's-
texturing can get
Sorry.
inconsistent. One time they're shiny, next thing you know it, they're like they're all textured like nice. They got shadows, and then they're just flat colors.
Mm-hmm. At least it's not like Sonic Heroes where they look like wax figures.
Oh, I like that game.
Sonic Heroes.
I like it too, but like the textures weren't the best.
Sonic Heroes killed the franchise, huh?
I never.
CatBit, I'm gonna come over and beat the shit out of you right now.
Actually, guys, in the words of Game Dude, Games 3 didn't kill Sonic. Leaving Sega consoles did. Sonic losers? Why? Because Sega hates you.
Oh, hey guys, I'm gonna say something. Mario's better. Oh shit. There's several like many different replies on my comment. Oh no. Oh shit.
This is a horrible episode.
Too many of them.
So I wanted to say, like, since I wanted to bring this up, like, Sonic Team is dead, and
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you're right.
They actually did die.
yeah,
No more Billy Hatcher. No more of Sonic.
I can't believe.
So, like, what's gonna happen now? Like, are they gonna make more Sonic games with a different company, or what?
I'm pretty sure we can have faith in like the guys who made Sonic Mania, since like they said that they would be into the idea of making a 3D Sonic game.
Yeah, and plus, the guys who are making that game look like they actually want to make a game and not some ass.
To be
Like
honest,
Sonic Forces, which was a giant pile of shit, and I hate it.
I
imagine
haven't played it, but I didn't really trust it.
I was so mad when I played it.
it's kind of depressing knowing that like Sonic Forces didn't kill the franchise; it killed the company that created Sonic.
Well, and it's really funny because, like, it had that same problem pattern where it's like they make a good Sonic game that's actually very good, it's very nice, and it's like, okay, maybe they're changing, they want to improve and stuff, and then Sonic, the other one comes in, they're like, yeah, fuck it, kill the company.
To be honest, like, let's be brutally honest, it's like Sonic is kind of a cursed franchise, but that's all because of Sonic Team either being incompetent or they just don't give a shit anymore.
You know
Yeah,
Do you know how Sonic is really cursed?
How?
because he's blue.
That, and also we had a topic, and next thing you know, once someone brings up Sonic, everything derails.
Yeah, also, where's Austin? He hasn't talked.
Right
in a while.
here, I've been.
Say
I
something,
never
you
grew up
asshole.
with playing Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm not a Sonic the Hedgehog fan.
I mean,
Me neither. I mean, I played the one on GameCube, like that. It had like a collection.
Oh,
That was-
Sonic Mega Collection?
Yeah, and that was like technically my first Sega game. I even had a Sega.
I'm gonna say this out loud. You wanna know why Mario Odyssey is a great game? Here's a fun thing to know. Half of the developers of Mario Odyssey were ex-Sonic Team developers.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And most of those developers worked on Generations, Unleashed, and Colors.
So like good Sonic games. Well, like Unleashed, I've heard mixed bag, but like people say, oh, it's actually a good game.
I liked Unleashed. Mostly the day stages.
I mostly know about Sonic Unleashed from that short with the ghost people and the sexy female ghosts.
Oh yeah, that was good, Night of the Werehog.
Oh
Yeah, that ghost made me horny as a kid. Anyways.
No, bad Shane. No.
Mario
Go to the
Odyssey.
Jesus room. You're going to Jesus camp.
No!
Mario Odyssey is
I just left!
Mario Odyssey is the best Sonic game in years.
That's what we get. Stop talking about Sonic before this gets horrible. But,
Like it already is.
This is a
yeah.
Comfy Couch podcast, not the Sonic podcast. Come on.
Oh no, a Sonic podcast? That would sound terrifying.
I mean, at least we could get Christian on if we can keep on talking.
No, trust me. Like we tried to get Chris Chan on, but Chris wants fucking $500 for real.
Right,
fuck
it's like-
that.
Oh my god. For the record, we didn't do it because we're never gonna.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: Chris is not worth $500.
No.
Well, only if he won't get up from a floor after harassing convention attendee.
Yeah, that's right. He like John Lasseter some people at a Comic-Con, and like there's a video where he's like, I'm sorry, he or she is on the
It's
floor.
ma'am, all right. It's me.
I know, but I don't want to. I don't want to offend any trans audience because I respect people for being trans. And I don't want to be a dick, so I apologize.
Well,
Okay.
unless it's that person that did a freak out at GameStop.
Oh yeah. Don't call anyone.
Oh, that,
Ow.
wish he could have done that.
You ever notice that Christian kind of sounds like a female or from Jim? He's always like, "Ow, this is my laser gun, man." I'm
No,
gonna shoot
Christian mostly like does all his sides. He's like,
you."
this stuff makes me angry.
Oh, there's also that video
Angry.
of like someone recording Christian, and he's like, or she, them, they're signing it, and they're like, like really loud. He's like, "Oh my god."
Oh yeah.
Since like you brought up John Lasseter, well, guess what?
shit.
Brad Bird got into trouble for defending John Lasseter.
No.
God damn it.
Well, at least he got to make The Incredibles too. So
Incredibles
hopefully
2
he'll
is not that
resurrect his
good.
career.
Well, I actually got to meet Brad Bird recently. He's a
Oh.
really
I
funny
get the-
guy.
Well, I get the feeling it's like he doesn't want to, but he has to. Hopefully. Because I don't want to lose respect to Brad Bird like a Jimmy Lasseter. Like, Lasseter broke me heart, but what the fuck?
I didn't really feel that much with Lasseter because, like, I never really saw him with like much with Pixar in the writing staff. I mostly like condemn like the animators and stuff. Not condemn. That's a bad word. Like, I mostly respect the animators and writers who work on it. He just like produced them.
Yeah.
Just like,
Well-
hey, that's good.
Well, at least he wasn't he was an executive producer. He wasn't like a producer where, in the words of Stimpy, they take all the credit.
I mean, at least Brad Bird actually did things, unlike John Lasseter.
Yeah, I consider Brad Bird doing probably more.
Yeah,
like
I think I
Pixar.
remember. I think that someone said that where it's like, "What the fuck, Brad Bird?" And they were like mad at him. It's like, "Oh God, please." Hope it's one of those things where it's like he didn't want it to, but he had to.
But with Brad Bird, like with what he said with John Lasseter, I think it was just mostly like I didn't really see the article. What did he really say to him?
I don't know. I just heard.
No, he just defended John Lasseter, but I'm guessing again. I believe like what Shane, what you and Random are saying, like maybe he's just doing it out of obligation from Disney or something.
Yeah, because you know how
I'm
Disney.
probably thinking that because since the industry is very small, you gotta like have respect for like all these people, no matter how shitty they are.
That
Like
Yeah.
that's how fucking awful it is.
that and well,
It's true.
that and
That's even that happens with online art too, because we know a few people who are assholes, but we can't say anything.
Yeah, like that's basically you got to be good with people in the animation industry if you want to get work. Hell, that's how I got work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
thought
will
it was
say-
like sucking dick, but okay.
I will say, if I had to get a job because of John K, I'd be like, "Nope, get out of here, John. No one likes you."
Yeah, he's
Wait,
like one of the
speaking
only
of that-
people.
There is a topic I would like to bring up, but I just want to announce it here. Netflix
What?
released a documentary of the greatest bungle in the jungle you have ever heard. Guys, do you remember Firefest?
what?
What's Firefest?
Okay, and this doesn't sound like a Seth Rogen movie, but it kind of does, but it happened IRL. So someone wanted to make a concert with Ja Rule and Blink-182, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But they fucked up, didn't have enough money, couldn't afford anyone there, except FEMA tents, shitty cheese sandwiches, no other, like, it became terrible. Mostly these overprivileged rich kids showed
Wait,
up there.
didn't this happen like a
Last
couple
year?
years ago?
Like, last year.
Yeah, I remember that.
What?
Some Lord of the Flies shit.
Yeah, this was like, what was that? What was that one fest with like the ball pit?
It was the Dash
Oh,
Con for
Dash
for
Con, yeah.
Deep Bros.
DashCon. This is like DashCon for like privileged people.
How long
Oh,
until
God.
the
I
Sims?
don't mean that in an SJW way, but like these people are kind of douchebag rich guys. Man, we kind of feel bad, but at the same time, you're like,
I'm like, you got yourself into this one.
I mean,
You asked for it.
fuck, Gary.
I
You
mean,
asked for it.
When was the last time I was on vacation?
I mean,
Uh,
the-
never.
I have never been on vacation in like years.
I mean, the question is,
Me
how
neither.
long until The Simpsons makes a parody of it? A year later.
Yeah, a year later where it doesn't matter, where it's like, oh, I forgot this was a thing.
Yeah. So
That's the problem with The Simpsons, that they always do that. Like, if they reference a fidget spinner, it's like, you're like a year late on that, asshole.
I mean, let's talk about The Simpsons. So the Disney buyout happened, and people are panicking because apparently that means the end of The Simpsons.
God,
Isn't that a good thing?
Well,
Whatever.
okay.
Whatever. It's a stupid cartoon for babies.
The first
I don't
8
know.
seasons
The only
are-
reason to care that The Simpsons ending is because there's times every time, like, when The Simpsons end, we'll be there. We'll be there.
We'll do a
Yeah.
podcast and everything, and we'll be like those idiots going like, The Simpsons was a great show, even though 1/3 of the show was only good.
Yeah, just still, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Be there to be square.
Oh,
We'll do-
speaking of Simpsons, this is derailed, thanks, but about animation, I remembered that famous animation moment with the babysitter and how weirdly well animated it was, despite it was season 1, and season 1 was animated really badly.
Oh, yeah. No, like, first season was done by Klasky Chupo.
Yeah, but I'm sorry but first, a bunch of episodes were really badly animated and looked like garbage, but it got better after season 2.
Season 3 was actually animated by Klasky Chupo alongside Season 2.
Yeah. And they look really good.
But it's like, I don't know, it's like when The Simpsons first came out, like, Fox executives had no faith in it, so, like, they gave it the smallest budget possible and thinking that it was gonna end after one season. 30 years later,
Oh,
we're
look
begging...
what happened.
Yeah, 30 years later, we're just begging for this goddamn show to just die already.
Same thing with Family Guy. Look what happened.
And this
Oh, yeah. They
and
did
I'm-
the Trump episode.
and
Oh,
I'm-
God.
And I'm hoping we do the same for Bob's Burgers because I don't want that show to suffer the same fate as Family Guy or The Simpsons.
Or the Cleveland Show.
Oh no, the Cleveland show died when it needed to.
Yeah, good point.
Because that show is just, it's Family Guy, but black.
It's basically a poor man's version of Boondocks.
Just watch
Boondock was, you know,
Just
a
watch
leftist fantasy world.
Just watch Boondocks. The same way with like how it's like. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Like, which is Futurama's better than Rick and Morty, right? Can we all
You
agree?
guys ever wonder what happened
I
to
like them
Riley and Huey's parents? Like,
I like them
I like
both.
to imagine that they died in the most stereotypical way possible, which made like Huey have that permanent scowl, such as they died while watching BET and chicken thrown at them, and a cop shot them wrongly. It's just like, oh, all at once.
His gun go off.
It
So
happened all
basically,
at once.
like Riley's parents, Huey's parents were like the people Huey hated.
Yeah, that actually would make sense for the character. It'd be like,
Yeah.
well, they were dumbasses, and because of that, like they made our people look like idiots.
It kind of makes you wonder, like you ever wonder, like, that was implied that Granddad had kids, and like Granddad doesn't seem like the kind of person who would have kids, really.
Maybe.
I always forget that.
I mean,
Maybe those are actually his kids. And he just likes to lie about it.
Oh no! Don't say that. Matt
don't-
Pat's gonna do a film
don't turn
theory
this
of
into the crappy Hey Arnold theory.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm just saying.
Don't worry.
Do you think the people who make these series and then they're like, actually no, it's this reason? You're like, damn it, no.
Well, actually, I was proven wrong because in the cartoon, the comic books, Riley and Huey's parents, I think, left them, or that they died in a car crash. So apologies for that joke, but like in terms of like how fucked up the Boondocks is, I feel like that would be like a Batman-esque origin for like Huey for his ultimate like fuck you to society.
My parents are dead, and it's all thanks to that, and it's all thanks to the stupid channel of BT and the stereotypes behind the blacks.
Boondocks is probably one of my favorite like Adult Swim shows next to like Metalocalypse and Super Jail.
Oh, obviously.
That's my favorite next to Aqua Teen, Rick and Morty, and
Oh yeah, Aqua Teen's great.
yeah.
Rick and Morty
Aqua
and
Teen's #1 school lady is back for more.
Space Ghost, home movies, Harvey Birdman. I haven't seen
I
much
watched
of
all those when they were still on.
Oh,
Yeah,
Back in the
I
day.
wasn't big on home movies.
I love home movies so much.
I liked it sometimes, but it kind of felt boring to me.
I don't know. It's mostly all improv with like voice actors.
I mean, it's
Yeah, maybe I should give it a second chance, because I remember watching it young and I thought it was boring. So, I should give it a second chance.
That's kind of how.
Well, hey, at least you got a good night's sleep after watching it.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw it in the morning when I was trying to eat some Kool-Aid with some M&Ms.
I mean
What kind
that's
of fucking breakfast is that?
The
Damn
breakfast
good
of fucking champions.
Yeah.
the perfect
Watch
breakfast.
your slutty mouth.
Oh damn. I mean, what else could be? It's like it's kind of the same way how I felt with King of the Hill. Like as a child, like I hated that show for how boring it was. And now, like
Good God, Jeff shit chase.
look, 8-year-old me thought Family Guy was the funniest thing ever, but that was probably because Family Guy wasn't the edgelord cartoon it was
I'm gonna
back
come down
then.
to your house in a time machine and give you a
This
wedgie.
this was back
I'm
before.
gonna give you a bad noogie.
This
Be
was
like,
back when.
"Oh, pretty boy.
This was back when Family Guy. This was back when Fox was airing the first 3 seasons of Family Guy on the main channel.
You poor bastard.
Hey, do you remember in the first season of Family Guy in the opening, and you see the pictures of the kids in the background, and they look like potatoes?
Oh yeah, that's right. They look like little crummy doodles.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny to me.
You know,
Yeah.
you know the term normie. You wanna know what's funny? Family Guy coined the term normie.
No,
Yeah.
it was the Garbage Pail Kids. Stupid. They were like, stay away from normies. Normies? Normal people. They don't like us. Yeah, they think we're ugly.
Oh wow.
Okay. Gotta know your history, CatBit.
I mean, at least we've spoken about the topics we needed to talk about. Wait, what other topics do we have?
Well, we were talking about animation there, and I was the only one talking about it, but you assholes derail that shit.
Thanks, Sonic.
Aw.
Yeah, you cock.
And this is
I
why
don't know,
your
do you
friend-
have one, CatBit?
Let's all go for frosty chocolate milkshakes, everyone.
Oh, fuck you.
You're trying to kill my topic!
Okay,
Yeah.
give us the other topics you wanted to talk about, Shane.
Okay, you penis fart. But another one I had was, do you have any embarrassing or bad party experiences?
Oh, I had one kind of recently.
What happened?
I watched Devilman Crybaby with my girlfriend and her friends.
Oh no.
But here's the thing. Her friends seen Devilman Crybaby before, and so have I. But I felt so awkward just watching it with people.
Especially girls.
Yeah.
Wow.
And one who's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I
Oh
mean-
boy.
I'd rather just watch that probably with her by herself and me,
I mean,
not with like her friends.
it could have been worse. You could have been watching some hentai.
I've actually we watched Boku no Pico.
No! Yeah, Random is a part of NAMBLA, and his first assignment to be in NAMBLA is to watch that show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God,
Yeah.
Random, you poor boy.
No. I get the feeling if I try to watch that, like a second of it, I'm gonna be blacklisted.
Then again, anybody who watches Boku no Pico deserves to get blacklisted.
Yeah. But,
Oh, you wanna know a funny thing? I sent a meme to my to my girlfriend. It was with like SpongeBob and Patrick licking chocolate ice cream. I was like, "Hey, is this Boku no Pico?" She was like, "Actually, it was vanilla. Get your shit right."
Vanilla.
And I'm like, "Oh God, she knows more about Boku no Pico than me. This is sad."
Your girlfriend is the best.
Your girlfriend is epic.
We need to have her on the podcast. Random.
Yeah, like I'll probably get her on one day. Like I could probably get also Nessie on too.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Nessie's cool.
Yes.
Shout out to Nessie.
We already.
My
I also want.
favorite.
I want to also
What?
invite some friends if that's okay with you, Shane.
Yeah, I'm down. Why you don't have to tell me.
But
I have some special friends in too.
Hey, who was the guest you had on yesterday? I liked her.
Them. Their name is Z, and they're very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, they sound awesome.
Yeah, they're great. Shout out to Z Discroll. They are great.
Yeah, come on again. You sounded
Yes.
cool.
please,
Yes.
please get back on Z. They're holding me
Get your
hostage.
ass back in the car. But I was gonna say, my weirdest party experience is one time I went to a house for a party for one of my aunt's friends, and it was there with me and my cousin and his group of friends, and they were nice. And so I was just chilling. Was like, "Oh, thanks for coming to the party. You have very nice hair." And I said, "Oh, thank you very much." And I said, "Oh, you have very nice earrings," because I like being a nice little boy. And then out of nowhere, this one chick was like, "Don't I get a compliment?" And it was like this, and I'm like, "Excuse me?"
Someone
She was like-
an incel who was just like, "Where's my hug?"
Exactly, whatever
Oh,
that means.
wow.
But she was literally like, "Don't I get a compliment?" And I'm like, I like your watch." Because first of all, who the fuck asked for a compliment? Like, you have some serious low for that. And secondly, she wasn't hot. She looked crazy looking.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, and I was scared because I thought she was going to eat me or kill me.
How old were you
Ew.
again?
I was 17 or 16 when this happened.
Well, that's.
But yeah, it was crazy. I was like, what the hell is going on?
I mean, I would be panicked too if that were to happen, but.
Yeah, what's your bad experience, Austin?
Austin. Austin.
He had no bad experiences because Austin is a party animal.
Austin is the
What?
party dude.
Well,
He is the
Austin's,
party dude. He's the Michelangelo of this group.
well, he's dead.
Well, I'm gonna keep poking the corpse if that's okay with you guys.
Alright, sure.
Just here, use my
Oh, here, sorry.
stick. I've had this
Oh
forever.
fuck, he's alive!
I don't know why, but I was muted for some reason.
Oh god, the devil! Oh god, the devil has come!
CatBit, I bet.
The Devilman Crybaby's back.
It's probably Jacob. He was like, "You guys didn't invite me to the podcast. I'm gonna mute you, assholes, bitch."
He took him away from his masturbating time.
I guess.
He always sounds like he's masturbating.
How do you know he's not?
Yeah, good point.
Because I always gotta help him.
Oh.
No.
I gotta keep his right testicle up because he's lower than the other.
Whenever he does it,
Okay,
he sounds
so
like
my
a Stan from
party
American Dad. Yes.
My party story is from a family Halloween party where a guy that came there started getting drunk and then threatened to kill a bunch of people.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
He got arrested, but it was just it was odd because then we just had to go oh well, let's get back to party. It's after that, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's I don't want to. It's gonna be very awkward. That some guy's trying to threaten to kill me. I can't have a party time. Everybody, because no, it's not party time.
It's
It ain't summertime. It's scary time. I'm fucking scared. I gotta shit my pants.
It's always
Literally,
party
shit
time.
came out of my ass and I rocked through the fucking roof.
That was fucking awesome. What the hell was that?
I don't know.
Whatever it is, I like it.
Shane made the
I think
funny.
you like things too much.
Shane made the funny.
He made it funny.
Let's all
No.
get pats for Shane. Pats for everyone. I mean,
I'm slapping my knee for you.
I
Yeah, better be your knee.
I mean, I don't have any bad party experiences, but this is coming from the guy who's never been allowed to leave his house growing up, but I don't know, it's like...
Lucky.
I mean...
I hate going places. That's why I don't do vacation that much, because I hate traveling. You know what it's like to travel in a car for hours and hours? It's a living hell.
Yeah.
Well, being in a car forever is my personal hell.
And being there with a bad Game Boy.
Oh, you know.
With no backlight.
And the only games you have is either Game Boy Advance Video. Yeah, you remember that shit? I had that shit.
You had to watch Shrek on there.
It's a good thing I grew up with the...
No, I had Jimmy Neutron and, like, some episodes of Pokemon.
I had, like, Cartoon Network one.
Oh, you had the Amanda Show, made by everyone's favorite Hollywood personality, Dan Schneider.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Wait, they actually had the Amanda Show on Game Boy Advance Video?
Let them gobble up some toes.
It's a good thing I grew up with the DS then. Hell yeah.
His head looks like an actual pear.
You're right.
I mean,
the way it's shaped, like, CatBit, show him that one famous picture of Dan Schneider. He just looks like, he looks, his face and head looks like a freaking pear. Like, it's perfectly shaped.
Like, my head does not look right in years.
So, I just thought of another topic.
Yeah.
So, there was a kind of the finale to Steven Universe yesterday.
Oh, and yeah, what about it?
I don't know.
Space lesbians kawaii?
Yeah, like space lesbians fighting like space Nazis.
Oh, right.
Also,
yes. I can't believe Steven Universe told me to cause genocide.
I can't believe Steven Universe told me it's okay to be myself.
Bro, people want you to be yourself?
I didn't watch it, but like Nessie told me like shit that happened. So apparently a lot of shit happened. Like Steven got his fucking gem like out of his stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Steven fused with all the gems apparently. The only thing like I got a reaction out of, like, do you know the corrupted gems they put in bubbles?
Yeah.
They put them in the fountain, and they put them in like Rose's fountain of tears, and they came back, and I'm like, they could have fucking done that.
I was like, well, we did. Well, we were too busy making jokes about politics to do that.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, they could have fucking done that.
They have a gym. They're making fun of politics, so they have like a gym that looks like Donald Trump.
It's weird that the show started with them fighting bad gems, and then all of a sudden it was like, let's just talk about Steven and meeting people and empathy and all that shit, because our focus groups and Tumblr users seem to like that.
They like to relate to a little fat kid.
I mean, let's be brutally honest, Steven Universe would have been a lot better as a cartoon aimed for an older audience and not for children, because, let's be honest, it was a bad idea to make that a children's cartoon.
Let's be honest, a lot.
Get attacked online.
It probably handles like loving and accepting probably better than like in a good way and not making it cheesy like My Little Pony or some shit.
Yeah, but it's like
How I feel about shows that promote loving. That concept seems a little dead to me.
It's like I don't trust love. I don't trust that at all. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Why were you laughing like something from Star Wars?
Did you say Star Wars?
Yes.
I sound like a goddamn dolphin every time I say that.
Dolphins now they're like,
Well, there have been people who've had sex with dolphins.
What?
Oh no.
Are you talking about Echo the Dolphin?
Yeah.
Oh god, not Echo the Dolphin.
Not Echo the Dolphin, no!
Yes.
I played that game recently, it plays like shit.
Let's just leave him in. Let's just dump him in the same graveyard that the rest. Let's dump him in the same graveyard like Vector Man and Mr. Bones.
For some reason, I got to play Echo the Dolphin 2 on my friend's Dreamcast.
There's a sequel?
Yeah.
It was
I thought
a,
there was an
Like, did you
Echo.
know that there's a first Blues Brothers movie instead of Blues Brothers 2000?
You mean that game the Nostalgia Critic played?
Wait, I thought he played Bebe's Kids, the game.
No, he played Bebe's Kids, and then he played Blues Brothers as a bonus feature.
wait, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's another game, not like the N64 one. I'm guessing you're thinking of.
Speaking of SNES games, what's that one game that stars Bill Clinton's cat?
Oh, that's Socks the Cat Rocks the Hill. That was like a canceled Super Nintendo game. For some reason, it got canceled, even though it was close to getting released.
I wonder why it was canceled, given the fact it's a
Yeah.
Bill Clinton. He got that thing. He did that thing with that one chick.
He got trumped.
You know what I mean?
He
You know what I mean?
He badoogity.
You did it.
He didn't badoogity that badiggity girl. You know, I want to bring up another topic. How about some canceled games that, looking back on it, is a good thing they got canceled?
No, because there's a lot of good games that unfortunately were canceled, such as the failed Superman game, the failed Flash game, the failed Daredevil game, the failed Watchmen game, the failed history. Oh, there was going to be a really bad Kid Icarus game by the same people, but I'm glad Nintendo said no to that, where it was an edgy, dark version of Kid Icarus.
That sounds horrible.
Though, to be honest, Nintendo got traumatized by edgy stuff after the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh yeah, that
It's in
movie.
the early 2000s before, I recommend you guys watch, let's see, it's the canceled Superman game. They talk a little bit about Kid Icarus.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Is it from Beta 64?
No.
it's
I miss that
Unseen
guy.
64.
Unseen 64.
Oh.
I was gonna
I
say,
must
like...
have-
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said that's like the only person I know who does like beta stuff. But like I also remember this one guy whose voice I couldn't stand, but I forgot his name.
I don't know, but it's like... I mean, it's like, I'm saying canceled games because, like, there are a couple games that got canceled, and I'm glad that happened. Well, most of the Rareware stuff that got turned into classics, classics that people
Like
call
what?
them. Like how Banjo-Kazooie was going to be this generic-looking pirate RPG, or like how Conker's Bad Fur Day was going to have this obnoxiously sweet platformer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like I remember they showed some footage and it looked like it was like an early pre-rendered game, kind of like Donkey Kong Country, but an RPG. It looked kind of weird.
Oh yeah, It's so weird though, because like before, when they were making Banjo-Kazooie, it was gonna have this weird looking perspective originally. It's like, I'm gonna show it up on screen, but it's like, it looks awkward and disgusting, and I'm glad Mario 64 came out around the time they were making it, because they got a better emphasis and, they got a better game to reference off of.
Yeah, and also the main character in Project Dream looked really weird looking. He looked like a Killer Instinct reject.
Yeah.
He kind of looks more like Buzz Lightyear as a Killer Instinct reject.
It's more funny because Banjo-Kazooie were originally supporting characters in Project Dream.
I'm still upset that they canceled Silent Hills.
Oh yeah, wasn't that PT game was gonna be like a trailer? Yeah.
I mean,
my brother's PS4, we have the demo still on it.
Isn't the demo you can't download anymore?
Yeah, you can't.
Random.
That sucks.
Random, you might need to check that system, because I've heard that Konami has been hacking into people's PS4 systems just to delete that game off of it.
Really?
What the fuck?
Yeah. Konami has become that evil.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know if this got canceled too. I heard they were going to make a new BioShock game. That's what I want.
I do too, but I kind of don't want it to be a sequel to Infinite, because I'm one of the very few that was
I'm not
upset.
into Infinite, because the only thing I want in a BioShock game, it's got to be in Rapture. I need Big Daddies. I need Little Sisters. I need Sandra Cohen. I need Adam.
I would like a BioShock game for either a Rapture story would be about what would happen if Rapture invaded this. What would happen It's just like they became like they stole technology from Colombia and like made this weird floating or just like this like boat-like city.
Do you know the DLC in Infinite? It didn't seem satisfying to me.
It wasn't at all. It was just made just to be like we can cash in because Ken Levine was like, I fucking hate this franchise. I want it to be done, but they're clamping on us to make another one. So
yeah, Rapture didn't feel right, mainly because there wasn't a lot of like deco art. There was like warm colors instead of cool colors.
Well, this was Rapture in its heyday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I kind of forgot BioShock was a series, honestly.
Well, because Infinite was so bad, it just killed everything everyone loved about it.
Well, everyone liked Infinite. I kind of personally don't.
I was upset by how much money I wasted, as for and that was the last video game I played in high school. And it was just a disappointment, a colossal failure of a game.
At least you didn't waste your money on a system that's basically collecting dust at this point, like I have.
Oh, so Xbox One?
Yes. I'm still mad. I could have just bought a Nintendo 64 and all those N64 games, even if I had to fork over $1,000 just to play Conker's Bad Fur Day on it.
Wait, what's the story with Xbox One and N64?
Nothing. Back to BioShock, real quick. I want a new BioShock. I want one that's set somewhere else with something more bizarre, like either in another dimension, kind of like Infinite, but kind of like something from Doctor Strange. Or what about this? A miniature city. Where you shrink down to go into.
That sounds pretty
funny.
Too.
Or just have it on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Man on the moon. What is this, Sonic Adventure 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piss on the moon.
What
BioShock on the moon.
Yeah, like with the city down in the sea, that made sense. But when I've heard it's in the sky, I'm like, all right, that's a little too far for me. I don't know how that would work.
They started just making shit up.
What is this? Star Wars?
Maybe. I don't see something like that working. What is it, Sky High?
Yeah.
But if they go back to Infinite, there is a storyline that I would find interesting, such as a game taking place during the 1984 invasion of New York City, which in Infinite, spoiler alert, you get sent into a possible reality where Elizabeth is evil and she decides to attack the world in the 80s, which I'm like, your attack isn't going to last too long because they have supersonic jets and nukes. And they just basically got the drop on everybody, so like... I mean, that's all it takes is one anti-air missile, and it's just like... and just knock that shit down.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I felt like also the villain in Infinite wasn't really strong like Sander Cohen or like Lamb.
None were. It felt like the game was cut. Like, so much of the game was like, we had this idea, but due to, like, people breathing down our neck, we just made this.
Wow.
I don't know, just everything in, like, the first two BioShock games were done so good.
And yeah, even number 2 was this excellent story. It was about what comes after, and it's like, you can't save the city. You just try to save one person that's in it.
Yeah, and you play as a Big Daddy, which is really cool. Shut up.
Meanwhile,
I can't take that seriously when you say it like that. You play as a Big
They're
Daddy.
just called... well, it's better than calling them the Protector.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like at this point, would you really want to call them Big Daddies now?
yeah.
I'm still gonna call them Big Daddies.
Look at my Big Daddy dick.
Daddy, make love to me, Daddy.
Stop!
Meanwhile,
I went on like this tangent about like BioShock. This is like a game me and Austin love.
It's alright, man. It's like, it's
Did
just...
you know they like this fucking game?
Yes, we do like this fucking game.
Did you
The game is
know...
important because it was a critique on certain ideologies as well as an interesting environment to kind of parody the idea of communes trying to become their own nation cities.
Yeah.
But they tried it instead with that hippy-dippy bullshit with, what would happen if we had a hyper-conservative type of view towards this? And Randism would be perfect critique of it because that form of society would not work, and it would show what if it almost worked, but then all of a sudden it like went downhill really quick. And I feel like that's what BioShock meant, as well as that. Plus, you got to see the hopes and dreams of the best and brightest of the United States and the world above destroyed, because Rapture in its heyday, it was made in the 40s, but it looks like something that was made in the 60s. You know what I mean? Like, it had the best and brightest of the world create all things, but because of drugs and social unrest, it completely spiraled into chaos. And these weren't people that were soldiers or anything. These were the intellectuals of our society. And then you get Infinite, where it's just like, fuck white people! It's like, that's it.
Oh, you mean like today's life?
Let's not get into race, Shane.
Oh no, but that was the whole game. The whole game was that. It was like, look at how they treat immigrants, African Americans, and so on. And it's like, that was a good critique, but then the story is just like,
Yeah, the story
especially
of
since
Infinite
you remember the E3 footage we got from both of those games. Like, we had an option where Booker could save somebody, but he doesn't. It's like, because then Ken Levine was like, what if instead none of your choices matter and we're all going to die? And everyone's like, Ken, are you on your meds? Yeah, just make the game.
Oh, do you remember the E3 trailer for the first BioShock? That still gives me chills of how good it is.
Yeah, it's still creepy as hell.
Yeah.
And then BioShock 2 had this really cool E3 style trailer where I liked the idea that they still kept the ghosts, the bleeding ghost thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in number 2, that wasn't there anymore.
Yeah. Another thing that Infinite didn't do, like, it focused more on story instead of atmosphere, while, like, the BioShock was just full of atmosphere.
And not so much story, because the story was done in BioShock 1.
Yeah.
And you're just there saying, like, it's you coming home to a murder that happened hours ago, and you're like, what the hell happened? And
I'll go on.
let's see what else. And like, BioShock was a great critique of not just like Randis views and everything, but it kind of is a critique of Walt Disney in a sense, because like Andrew Ryan sounds like a parody of Walt Disney, where it's like, I'm making Tomorrowland, and it's just like, it's Tomorrowland in hell, because like, if you actually did research about this, it was a corrupt business from the start, because his ideology was, if you hurt your back or anything in any form of business, you're fired on the spot. That's your fault. And like, a lot of the people that were designed that designed the city were not allowed to leave, because it's like, you're here, but he puts them in the ghetto, while the rich ones get to live in the main city. Not all of them were rich, but they were the ones that were intellectually superior. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What kind of classism shit is this?
Oh, but there is a funny moment where you see a white guy shine a black man's shoes, and he's like, put your back, and he's like, yes, sir. Okay, that part was funny. That
Should
part
be should be a narrator for Digital Gaming.
Yeah.
Be like, did you know?
No.
Why is it that whenever I make fun of, I like Digital Gaming, but like whenever I parrot it, I always do like the cartoon gamer voice, like, did you know?
But also, another thing BioShock did, it was a parody of freedom fighters, because there are no good guys and bad guys in this war for Rapture. There are only people that want control, because there is a character named Atlas who is actually somebody else. Yeah, bless you. And he's a parody of freedom fighters. He doesn't really care about the people. He just wants power. And he said whatever they wanted to hear. And it shows so much. And Andrew Ryan wasn't always a corrupt person. He was someone with good dreams and ideology. But when real life invades those dreams, you change. And he became a monster overnight, where he kills a prostitute, disbands his his armies to essentially storm the streets of Rapture, puts a pheromone in the air to take away people's free will so they become more suggestible to the things that he says, and to censor and shut down all newspaper.
Oof.
And it just, like, it's kind of like a Firefest scenario, where you see something that has, like, this great idea, and then as real flaws of humanity show, and flaws in your ideology and business practice show, it just comes tumbling down and chaos ensues. Panic in the streets, blood. And then there's a really fucked up thing. The idea of using small children as harvesters for a genetic drug. That's what Andrew Ryan did that really made people mad. Where he used orphaned little girls that were originally just supposed to be orphaned because of this mobster's, like, orphanage and shit. He used them, genetically altered them to harvest and store Adam, which is that stuff, inside their bellies, and then they like cut them open, they can just like take it out, which is just beyond fucked up. And he also
I don't want to hear about little girls dying.
And he also employed people that worked in Nazi concentration camps and threatened to tell people if they tried to say anything against him.
Wow, this is some deep.
Like, you need to play, or at least look at, like, walkthroughs of the game, or look at Bioshock Explained, because Bioshock is such a great... It's not even a movie story, it's a tragic tale of intellectualism and hubris that I highly recommend you guys actually care of. Infinite sucks. It just sucks. It was a waste of time, a waste of money to play. It was boring.
Was it an overrated mess?
The only reason people liked it was because they had a character named Elizabeth who constantly commented on the fact you killed people, or the fact that she's always so in peril, always so sad and upset. Although you never do anything interesting with her.
That's the only way they can get, like, for a waifu to be like, oh wow, you're doing good in life. Like, that's the only encouragement they'll ever get.
Want to
look at her, she's so cute.
They want to fuck her.
That is the
I'm not into Elizabeth. I'm not into her.
Just fuck that game. Fuck this franchise if they're just gonna, like, keep going around that.
Or we could just always replay the first 2 games.
I have done that.
Because that's what I do. I play through Bioshock a million times.
When I hear Bio, I always think of Biodome.
Biodome?
Yeah, Biodome starring Pauly Shore and Steve Baldwin. The not so good. The Baldwin that is recognizable, but not in a good way.
It's like, oh yeah, he's from that shitty religious movie.
What religious movie?
Oh, he was in a movie called God's Club. I recommend you watch Cinema Snob review.
I mostly know him from Fred Claus.
Really?
Remember that movie? It's where Santa Claus has a brother, and Kevin Spacey's trying to sue Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
He won't let. Yeah, because Kevin Spacey.
That sounds good. I remember they had, like, Birds of War playing that movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was funny.
That's pretty much all I remember about Fred Claus. And there was some
You and 90% of America.
You guys,
I want everyone to say about the bird.
It's almost time to wrap things up. It's almost time to wrap things up.
Whoa. What the fuck you think you're doing?
I'm telling you.
Who the fuck said you would come down here and sing the fucking song? Are you out your goddamn mind? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You don't know me. Bitch, do you know who I am? I am a magic goat king of Switzerland, and I will come down to your house, bitch.
Is that little guy with the... Is that video with the guy yelling at a bucket drummer or whatever?
What are you talking about? What video?
Okay, so there's this, like, stereotypical New Yorker guy running up to somebody who's a street player, and he's like, who the fuck are you? Like, he's like this really hunched, midget-sized person.
That's my uncle. Don't make fun of him.
I will, because he's a douche.
Yeah.
No!
Well, it's almost the end of the podcast. What else can we talk about before we wrap things up?
Bioshock!
No, if I have to hear about Channel, it's not gonna kill your family. But
I'll say this. I'm angry Microsoft bought Rare and didn't use them used their potential.
Oh God, what? No one cares about that anymore. Rare's dead. No reason why it sucks.
I want Retro to make a Banjo-Kazooie
No one
game.
cares.
I want.
Nobody cares
I want
anymore.
my boys. I want my bear boy back.
Listen, pretty boy, buddy boy. If you want to play a good Banjo-Kazooie game, if you want it so damn badly for some reason, go play Hat in Time.
But I want Banjo-Kazooie back. They brought back.
It doesn't matter. They're dead.
They
They're
brought back.
dead.
They brought back Mega Man last year.
No one cares about what they kind of do, but
Well,
yeah,
they kinda do,
I
but-
forgot that happened. So yeah.
You and 90% of America.
If they can bring back like any Rareware game, I want like Perfect Dark back.
Or at least
The game sucks.
or at least try to sell. Or
Rude.
or how about
I'm
this?
joking,
Maybe
I never played it. Just
or-
want to piss you.
I think it's time to wrap things up, guys. Let's
All-
Yeah,
not.
this
all I
is
can
an
say-
awful episode.
all I
I'm
can
that
say,
Shane guy. Bye.
all I can say is
I'm the touch man, and I'm going to
I'm
gobble you
going to
up.
press a button right now that says the podcast over. I'm going to snap my fingers and.
no.
All right, Shane. It's over. All right, you're done. Okay.